So you're using your favorite Android TV, Google TV streaming device, and you have noticed that the home screen is looking pretty cluttered. You can see lots of these sponsored applications, lots of these sponsored adverts on the home screen. It does look a bit clunky. It does feel a little bit slower. And you're wondering, is there anything you can do to speed up your home screen and really just give your device a fresh makeover for the year 2026? Well, on my device, when I press the home button, 3, 2, 1, and I'm instantly taken to a custom launcher where I can now create custom sections. I can use custom wallpapers. Everything just looks so much nicer. And of course, without seeing any of those home screen adverts, any of those sponsored content, everything just feels so much smoother, so much more snappier. And I can once again take control of my home screen. So in this video today, let me show you the exact process you can follow on your streaming device, and you can get your home screen looking exactly like this. All you need to do is just hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button. So with all of that being said, let's get started. If you're new to the channel and you want to stay up to date with the latest tech tutorials, the latest FireStick, Android and Android TV tips and tricks, then please do subscribe and hit the notification bell. It's a small click from you, but it makes a big difference to me. Thank you. So I'm doing my demonstration on the On 4K Pro, but you can follow this process on any other Android TV or Google TV device. And let's now open up the Project Ivy launcher for the first time. Okay, so we can see some basic information about the custom launcher, how it works, some extra features that it offers. Now you will have to enable something so you can override your home button. So the next time you press that, it will then take you to this custom launcher, but I will show you the exact steps for that. Let's go through this. Let's click on allow here. Let's click on yes. Let's now grant that permission. That's now done. Let's go back. This is optional, but I want to turn mine off. Let's click on get started. Let's get started. And here we are in the default Project Ivy home screen. So already you can see, guys, it looks very, very minimal. And just now navigating around, it does seem to be infinitely smoother and quicker than the stock Google TV or Android TV home screen. Now, probably the first thing you're going to want to do to customize your home screen is to add some custom sections. So the way you can do that, if you go to the settings cog on the top right, let's click there now. I'm going to create a new category and let's call that streaming. And let's just type in the word streaming for a quick test. There we are. I can click on that. Let's go to next. Visible, yes. So for the grid, I like to turn that on because I do want to have the apps in a grid icon. Let's do that. You can now choose how many cards per row. So let's just do maybe 3 for now. Show title. Now for the size of the cards, you can adjust that. So I like to keep mine extra small. Then you want to go to manage apps because here you're going to select which applications will now fall into this custom category. So let's click on that. Okay, because it's streaming, I'm going to add in this one. Let's go for this one. Let's go for this one, a few of these test ones, and also that one. Good old YouTube. That's enough. Let's go back again. And you can see now when I press back, right at the top now, we have a custom grid, which is a 3-way grid. So let's edit that again because that doesn't look very nice. Super easy. Go back and edit categories. Let's edit streaming. And let's actually have not 3 cards per row. Let's go for maybe 8. That should fit on my screen. Back again. And we can see now we have a new section right at the top called streaming. And I can now see all of the apps in that category. And you can see, guys, even small details like when you hover over this one, you can see the border color is white. This one is gold, so you can see actually matches the logo, the banner of the application you're on, so it does look really nice. Okay, so let's go down. Now this is the default category, which is all of your applications, so I don't want to see that. So how can I customize that? Well, you can go back to edit categories, or you can even press left here on the remote. You can now see the categories here. So this one, for example, is the TV apps. Let's press left again, and I can now click on the small cog, which will allow me to customize this specific category. So let's click on that. Now visible, I'm going to turn that off. That's now gone. Let's go back. Also, this one is your non-TV based applications or stuff that's maybe not necessarily designed for a TV. So again, let's go back into the cog on the left and let's also turn that off. Then you got the now playing section, which is fine. Then you got your other shortcuts here for your settings. Let's leave that as is. Let's go back to the top and let's now create another custom section. So let's click on settings, go to edit categories. Let's create a new category. And we'll call this one maybe your utilities or maybe your tools. Let's go for utils. But you can see, guys, it's very, very straightforward, very, very intuitive, very easy to set up and configure and get your home screen looking exactly how you like it. So let's go for that. So again, let's go for grid. Let's stick with our 8 cards per row. Let's go down. Let's change the size back to extra small. And then let's go to applications, manage apps. And for the tools, let's add in stuff like this, like this. Let's add in the TDUK app killer and also DNS switcher and also the screensaver manager, all available directly on the Google Play Store. That's enough there. Let's go back now. Back a few times. And you can see now at the top, it's added the new section. So I actually prefer having streaming applications right at the top and my utils below that. So to change the order, go back to left here, press left again. And you can see there's now those 2 small arrows, which basically means you can change the order of this row. So if I press the select button there, I can now press down. This then brings the utils below the streaming app. So very, very easy to do. I can now select there. That's now the new sections. So you have streaming apps right at the top. Then you have some utils. Looks really nice, really fluid. And you can get your home screen looking exactly how you like it. So you've got 2 custom sections. The watch next, if you're not interested in that, you can obviously turn that off, or you can also adjust the size of these tiles. But I think it looks all right in this size. Okay, so the next thing you probably want to do is how can I customize the wallpaper? So you can see in mine, it's already changing by default. But if you want to customize that, let's go back to settings on the top. Go to Project Ivy Launcher settings. Let's click on that. Then go to appearance. Now you can see there's a section for wallpaper. Let's click on that. Now by default, it is set to Reddit, so I can click on that. You can do dynamic colors. You can do default wallpaper. Or if you pay for the premium version of this launcher, you can then unlock more options, like, for example, having wallpapers read from a USB drive, even video-based wallpapers. But for this demonstration, let's stay with the free version. Let's go back to Reddit. Let's go to configure. Let's actually use the one that's for wallpapers for Project Ivy. So let's try this one here. Back again. And we should now see something completely different. And we can see it's done exactly that. So you've got some film-based wallpapers there. So how can we now ensure that the next time I press the home button, it doesn't take me back to stock launcher, it actually takes me to my custom launcher? Well, the easiest way to do that, I can press the settings. And we can see I can go to accessibility. Let's click on that. Scroll down and you should find Project Ivy in the list. You can see that there. Press the select button there. Click on enable. Click on OK. I can now press back. Once you're back in the launcher, just go back to settings one more time. And we're now looking for this key option, which basically says override the home screen launcher. So go back into Project Ivy launcher settings, click on that. Go into general, and we can see we have the option override current launcher. This is the one that you want to turn on because this will intercept the home button request from your remote control and then send you to the Project Ivy launcher instead. So let's click on that. We will now enable that. Let's now press the back button, back again. And now, for example, we can see when I open up this thing over here, any application, and now when I press the home button, 3, 2, 1, we are instantly taken back to the custom launcher, where again, we don't see any of those large home screen adverts. We don't see any of that sponsored content. Everything is super smooth, super fluid, and my home screen and my device just feels infinitely more snappier. That's working absolutely fine. So to get this custom launcher on all of your devices, just open up the Play Store. I can use my voice. Open Play Store. That takes me to the Google Play Store. I can now go to the search. Let's just search for Project Ivy. And there you can see here, Project Ivy. This is the one. And you can now install that directly on your device. Now, if you are using a device that doesn't have access to the Play Store, or maybe you can't see this in the Play Store, I will upload the latest version of this launcher as of January 2026 directly on my website. Just navigate to TechDoctorUK.com, click on tutorials, and the latest tutorial in the list will be how you can get this custom launcher for all of your Android-based devices. So that's pretty much this video, guys. Many thanks for watching. Do leave me a comment below if you are using this custom launcher, if you are using Android TV or Google TV, or if you are somebody that uses Amazon devices. So I really appreciate your support. Do like and share this video, and I'll hopefully catch up with you guys real soon. Thanks.